guys, Roxanne here from RB Online Dog Training. Thank you for tuning in today. In today's video, we're basically going to be looking at teaching our dogs how to play dead. So for me, this basically means that I shoot my dog. Again, no dogs were harmed in the making of this video, so no need to worry about that. But basically, it just means that you're starting out with your dog in a lying down position, you're shooting them, they fall to the side, they maintain this position for a short while until you give them the release cue, and then they pop up. As with all of our training as well, I don't like to add a cue until I can successfully see that my dog is able to follow the lures and to get into the position at least 4 or 5 times before we start adding a verbal or a physical cue to this. So for play dead, I like to literally shoot my dog, and I also tell them play dead. So by the time I can see that they've actually got the physical behavior, I will then, even though I'm still luring initially, I will shoot them just so that they can start making the association of, oh, okay, this means I have to now follow up by falling on my side and maintaining the position. That's Henry the African Grey in the background just saying good morning to everyone. But basically, it's a really, really fun trick to do with your dogs. We can grow with this gradually as well. So you start out with them in a down position. Then eventually they can run to you and you can shoot them and they can literally just fall over. So really, as with all tricks, we start out small and we just grow with it day by day, and we add on a little bit and a little bit till eventually you can shoot your dog, you can leave them there for 10 minutes, and they will only release once you've given them that cue. As we go along and I show you some examples, I am going to be pointing out a few things to you guys, just a few tips and tricks. But for me, I just wanted to highlight the importance of making sure that your dog is comfortable while doing this trick. So you need to be aware of, are they happy on grass? Are they happy on tiles? Do you want to put a blanket down for them? Charlie, my Jack Russell, absolutely hates doing anything on wet grass, so I work on a drier area for him and he's happy to do it on the dry area. Ollie doesn't mind at all, and she will literally just do it as and wherever. So keep that in mind. If for some reason you see that your dog isn't playing along necessarily, try and consider what you can change in the environment to just make it a little bit easier for your dog and just make it a little bit more fun for them as well. So we'll be getting into it now. I'll be going through a few examples for you guys, but please feel free to post any questions you may have in the comment section of the videos, and we can just take it from there. So have fun. Be really forthcoming with your tricks, with your treats rather. I'm using their breakfast just to make sure that they aren't just getting stuffed full of food and all of that and picking up a little bit of weight. So I use my breakfast and my dinner, and I literally just split that up for them, and we use it throughout the course of the day. But it's a fun trick. I'd like to see all of your progress videos as well, so please be sure to film them and to just post them in the comment threads. So basically, to get started with this trick, you want to have your dog in a down position and that their back hips are basically nice and straight. If your dog is lying on either side, or they're leaning on their left hip or their right hip, you're going to turn them in that direction so that they aren't actually like turning against their natural position. So here you can see Ollie is lying towards my left, so I'm now going to turn her to the left-hand side. So what you're basically going to do is you're going to take a treat and you're going to stick it on your dog's nose in the down position, and you are gradually going to move the treat from their nose towards their shoulder. So basically, as they get closer to the shoulder, you're going to release the treat. Next time you're going to release it a little bit closer to the hip, and basically what you're looking for is that your dog keeps their nose as low to the ground as possible, but is basically moving their nose towards their back hip so that they eventually plonk over onto their sides. It's also quite important to keep your hand as close to the ground as possible. You'll see if you start moving your hand up at all, your dog is likely to go back into a sit position. So try and keep your hand as low to the ground as possible. You could see in this example, Ollie was starting to move up. So it really is important to just try and stay as low as possible, because naturally as their head curves, they're going to plonk down onto the shoulder, and that's what you want. Yay, good girl. So as you get them into that position, maintain them down for a little while. You can treat them in that position and then quickly release so that they're getting up and they're moving around. So obviously, because Ollie is a border collie, she is very, very movement driven. So she really likes to approach a trick with a little bit of speed. So what I'm basically doing here is I'm sending her around a pole in the background. And then as she comes towards me, I'm giving her the play dead signal as well. It just makes it a little bit more fun. Again, each dog is different. So really work with what you've got and try and make it as fun for them as possible. So with all of my training, I use clicker training. It's basically just a nice tool to just tell the dog when they have done something right. So you'll see here, as she's going through the different positions, I click for the positions that I like and I click for the progression of the behavior that I like. So literally, as she's moving closer and closer to plonking over onto her shoulder, you'll see I'm releasing a treat for that. Then as she falls to the side, I release a treat for that. Once she's in the down position, I release one for that. And once she's maintaining it as well, I will move my hand back and forward as well, just so that she's getting the idea of, oh, I need to keep still. If I keep still, I get a sweetie. So once your dog is giving you the behavior, you can add a little bit of distance to it. You can stand up straight. You can move away from them. We just want to like incrementally start adding to the difficulty of the trick. And again, for me, the most important thing is that your dog is having fun. So in and amongst the play date training, I'll also do a few spins. I'll do some stuff that she naturally enjoys, just to kind of give her a little bit of a break as well, and just to like let her have fun with it. And then we'll go back into the training again as well. So here you'll see she'll do a little bit of a crawl, she'll do a sit pretty, she'll do a jump. So basically things just to like let her have fun with it, so that it's not all just complete serious training all at once. And here we have the beautiful Mr. Charles doing this trick. So in this example, you can see Charlie is lying on his hip, so I'm going to choose to have him play dead to that side. Again, they can do it to their left, they can do it to their right, but just be mindful of what their back hips are doing, because you don't want them to go against what they're doing naturally anyway. For this trick as well, in case your dog isn't enthusiastic to just want to jump up and release from the position, a good tip is to also just get up on your own feet and just run backwards a little bit, and that's also going to prompt them to want to move.
Charlie, play dead. Come back to life. Yay. Come back to life. Yeah, good boy. And play dead. Come back to life. Yes, good boy. Okay, Charlie, come this way. Hi, handsome. Charlie, play dead. Play dead. Oh, good boy. Good play dead. Very nice. Come back to life. Yeah.